Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to Southfield Stadium. To Fire America, please stand for presentation of the Arts colors. Italian RTC color guard. The color guard consists of Cadet Captain Marcel, Cadet Captain Cadet Captain Beaufort, Cadet Staff Sergeant Constance Mosier, Cadet First Sergeant Lorenzo Makos. The Titan Italian color guard is commanded by Staff Sergeant Major Rivera. Standing for the national anthem by the Lorain High School marching band under the direction of Mr. Theodore Terhune.
Test one. Okay, now I do. I got me. Tom, are you?
Yeah, can I hear you? Sure.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you. Push your mic button, a mic on button. Is it all the way to the left there? Yeah, that one.
Okay, now you can hear me, I'm sure.
Yeah, now I can hear you, but only you because we don't have Joe. Throw stuff at me.
Oh, he's going to go hand signal then?
Yeah. Good evening and welcome to George Daniel Field. It's the kickoff of the 2022 football season at home for the Lorain Titans, and the Titans host an old familiar foe from the Buckeye Conference in the Erie Shore Conference, the Blue Streaks of Sandusky. It's the battle of the undefeateds, Tom.
Yeah,
as both teams
1-0.
are 1-0 off of last week. And as I made sure I reminded Coach Creel last week, we now have a 2-game regular season winning streak that we're riding, having beaten Shaw to end the last season. Well, the streaks come in with a brand new head coach, but if you're a Sandusky football fan, it is a familiar name. Lucas Poggiali was the head coach, or is the head coach his first year. He played here in 2012 for the Blue Streaks. Played at Oberlin College for 4 years. When I saw the roster and looked at his name, I said, I think he used to be the principal. And it was his dad that was the high school principal when he played. And he's back after 5 years as an assistant coach at Marietta to lead the Blue Streaks.
When I was coaching back, Sandusky was always the game I looked forward to because we had Elyria, we had Admiral King, obviously, to play against. But Sandusky came early in the season, and you could judge yourself how you're going to do in the Buckeye based on the Sandusky game.
Lorain's Reggie Johnson has it teed up on the left hash, kicking from north to south. He got decent depth on his kicks last week. And we're underway. End-over-end boot going to come down at about the 10-yard line to Maurice Armstrong into the middle of the field. Nice in open field tackle there by number 17, T.J. Williams. And Sandusky will start inside the 20. Tom, an interesting story. As best I could do research, the last time Sandusky came to Lorain to play a Lorain High School team was the last loss that the Lorain High Steelmen faced in 1995.
Okay.
It was Orlando Pace and the Blue Streaks against Terry King and Donald Church and Greg Williams and the guys from Lorain High. And that team ended up 7-3 with their 500th win at Elyria on the last game of the school history. Give straight ahead. That's Armstrong again.
Beautiful. I think I've seen Wilson out there.
Big Luke Wilson, number 99 on the play. Loss of about 3.
Now, Sandusky has a sophomore quarterback. Is he the one that's in there now? Because our philosophy was when you got a young quarterback in there, you got to put heat on him.
Well, we shall see. This is number 17, Jason Henlon, in the gun. Single setback behind him, and he drops to throw. And he's got a man open across the 20, dropped at the 22. Reception number 4, Dre Campbell. John Salmon, number 5 on the play, I believe. So it'll bring up 3rd down, despite what the down box says, and about 5. They threw for over 300 yards last year.
Yeah, you got to put heat on a quarterback that can throw the ball. You know,
They've got playmakers.
they do. They always do. They always have. Yeah.
So Henlon, it's again single setback at quarterback draw. He's going to have a first down and a lot more across the 35 piled up there by the Titans, but not before he picks up the game's initial first down. Host of Titans on the play, but he caught him looking for pressure that time.
That's the ability of the spread. You know, you spread everyone out, you run the ball up the middle.
Now, one of the Titans defense gave up 8 points last night, and it was last week, and it was on a broken play. But if you looked at them objectively, they were a little bit fatigued by the end of the game, just because they're not as deep as maybe you'd like. There's the give to Armstrong, sweeping the right side, out of bounds across the 40. At the 43, they'll keep him inbounds, gain of 7. We'll make it 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another things you can't let them get ahead of the sticks like that. You know what I mean? Because now they're 2nd and short. You can waste a play throwing the ball deep on them. You know.
Well, and see, last week at Ravenna, Lorain High did not allow Ravenna to run the ball at all, and it wasn't until the second half that they started to throw and didn't do it effectively. There's Armstrong again across near a first down. Let's see.
I think he reached the ball over on it.
Depends on which guy's spotting the ball.
It's where his knee went down, not where he reached out the ball.
So he's going to spot him just across the 45, 3rd and a half a yard. 9:15 to go first quarter, and we are on the opening drive.
And now they're in that little bit of an eye.
Gives straight ahead, bounced outside, got the first down across the 50. That's 24, Jamarian Alexander.
They had him bottled up in the backfield, and he bounced outside.
And that's the athletic ability that we were just talking about, is the ability to make a play when a play is not there. Ravenna's backs could not do that last week.
Yeah.
Henlon's got him just short of the 50. 1st and 10 at the 49. Motion this way.
Here comes the Jets.
Quarterback keep on the zone read. Henlon across the 50 to the 45 for about 6.
Yeah, he had me looking at for the jet sweep, and then all of a sudden he got a nice fake on that.
Tackle on the play was Noah Smith, 33. Number 80. It must be 90, Julius Manning. It is 90, Julius Manning. Julius had a nice game last week on the line for the Titans. Henlon to throw, got a man, overshot him, and it'll bring up 3rd and 4.
See, now the sticks are normal.
Right.
In the 3rd and 4, and now what are they going to do now? You got to guess at it.
Well, you got to play it straight. You got to play them like it's first down.
So I got to believe they're going to go with some little sideline pass.
Well, I think they're going to try and get the ball outside the tackles some way, whether it's through the air or that motion sweep.
Well, this is a completely different formation.
Empty the backfield. Everybody's in tight.
Yep. And they're overpowered here on the left.
Wide side of the field, and he's going to bring it that way. Henlon cuts it up, got a first down inside the 40 to the 39. Nice read there by the sophomore as he just came to the wide side looking for a crease and found one.
Yeah.
Nice opening drive by the Blue Streaks. We're under 8, so they've had it for just over 4 minutes. Started at the 18. Give straight ahead. That's Alexander, bounces it outside down the sideline, pushed out of bounds.
About at the 15-yard line.
Nico Anderson, number 2, got him out at about the 18. Now I see officials scattered all over the field.
And I see a yellow flag on about the 30.
Yep. So they'll talk it. Big Al Ivy is the crew chief tonight in the white hat.
Big Al's been around for a long time, hasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, that allowed him to get around in, that little hold on that end.
Because it's from the scene of the crime, so to speak. It's a loss of 1 rather than a big loss.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 11, but it's not 1st and 10 inside the 20 as it would have been. Hanlon, single setback, going to block. He's going to throw. Down. Rico Anderson,
Yeah.
number 2, read it like a book, and
that would have been
that was a pick 6.
65-yard pick 6.
Yeah, he saw that one coming. That's good video work because he read that play right now.
Yeah. If they can play defense like that and force them to run.
That's what.
And their trips on the far side, the empty backfield.
Yep. Now 4 to that side. Whistle, that's too much time, I got to believe. Travel. So that'll cost them 5 more on the motion and make it 2nd and 16. Now it's important for this defense to make a couple plays and get off the field.
Put some heat on the quarterback, let him throw wild.
If you stop them here, they're going to punt. If you let them get too much, they think about 4 downs. Snap back, roll, pulled up, but got a man. That's big trouble.
You got to leave his feet. You got to leave your feet.
That's number 7, Alexander Young, inside the 10.
That Wyatt on
Joseph
defense?
Wyatt pulled him down.
Yeah.
And it's been a little bit easy thus far for Henlon. And
they had a nice contain on him, but the kid looks like he can throw the ball on the run.
And as they wind the clock with 7:22 to go in the first quarter, it's 1st and goal at the 9. Armstrong behind Henlon. Whistle, I think the Titans were offsides. And they were. And I think what they did was they got number 8, Osir Kimball, blitzing off the far side. Just got a really good jump, and it'll take it half the distance, put them at the 4.5, and make it 1st and goal.
I think Noah Smith was in there, but he made...
Snap back, give straight ahead. Armstrong to the house. First score of the game goes to the Streaks.
They held that ball for almost 5 minutes. That's what Lorain has to do now. They got to keep this offense off the field. They got to get a nice sustained drive. Yeah.
Okay, they'll put the placement down. Number 90, Sam Didion, is the senior kicker. 6 looking for 7. Snap back, bobbled, but placed down. Kick is up and good. Nice hold there by Adric Purdy, a 5'9" junior. Bobbled the snap, but got it down. And it's 0-7 with 7:06 to go. And Tom, for the first time in this young season, the Titans are down. Now, one of the things that really was well done last week was the guys on the sideline. Titans scored early, and they were up 8-0 at the half, but it could have been 20.
Okay.
We dropped the ball right out of the goal line on a straight-ahead give that would have scored, and then we got stopped on downs inside the 20 that we could have scored on. So it was 8-0, and the Titan defense looked like they could have played until Monday and not given up anything. And all of a sudden, it was a quick out, a broken tackle, and it was 8-8.
Well,
with about 7 minutes to go, and you just worried because last year
that would have knocked them all the way down.
And they came right back with, with a drive, punted, stopped Ravenna, and then came in. Joseph Wyatt and John Solomon connected on a 60-yard option play. Was just like you drew it up.
Yeah. Well, some of the quotes from the senior Titans, we're talking about now they don't have any excuse. You can't say we didn't play last year, so that excuse is off the table.
Didion. Titans deep. Number 2, Rico Anderson. Number 12, Noah Buchanan. This is DeCarvion Jones to put it in, bounces it along the turf. That's trouble. Covered by the Titans right at the 29.
Yeah. I seen that lineman. He was in doubt. Should I pick it up or should I let it go back to the back?
What they saw was they saw something on film. You know, that the Titans only received 2 kicks last week, the opener and after the touchdown. But there was a big hole in the middle there. And you don't know what they saw from scrimmage tape anymore. Joseph Wyatt's going to come out.
With an empty backfield.
In an empty backfield. Single receiver comes near side. Student body right. Wyatt keeps it straight ahead. Makes a cut. Bounces it outside. Wyatt's out across the 40. Out near the 48-yard line and run out of bounds.
Yeah.
That was a great read by Joseph. And I thought he made great decisions last week for the most part.
I think that's their repertoire on both sides of the ball. Fake that jet sweep. Let that quarterback use their athletic ability.
So they'll spot it at the 47. 1st and 10 after one play for the Titans. Gain of 19. Flag.
I think there's an encroachment there.
I think they jumped, yep. I think the man coming up to blitz. It's high school now. You can't, if you stick your nose in the neutral zone, it's a flag. It's not you can get back. So that'll walk it across the 50 to the 48. And the Titans will come up and put it in play there with Tyler Fogo, junior center, number 64, out over the ball. Salmon behind Wyatt, now offset in the eye. Gives straight ahead. Salmon cuts into the hole, gets about 5 or 6. He's going to be,
I think it might be a first down.
Well, they're certainly signaling that way. The man on this side of the field says, I'm in line with it, and it's a first down. So 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Titans, with a motion penalty sandwiched in there. 6:47 to go, first quarter. Sandusky 7-0. Wyatt, they signal in. Justin Sturgill and Coach Morrow signaling in. One of them is the signaler, and the other one is the don't look at me. Bubble screen there out. Got a nice block.
Wow.
Rico Anderson and Hyro Williams.
Now, he's only a 10th grader?
He's electric. Yes, he is a 10th grader, and last week talking to Coach Creel after the game, I said, Coach, you know your job more than I do, but number 7's got to touch the ball a little bit more. And he said, yeah. Hyro is electric. Wyatt, there he is again, same play other side, cuts it inside the 25. Now let's give you a little bit of knowledge about Hyro. 5'6", 160. And if they weight him with pads on.
Yeah. See, I don't remember him from last year.
He played in the last varsity game and actually scored in the last home game. Only Gonzalez scored against Shaw. I think he had all 40 some.
I think he had all the points, didn't he?
Maybe we kicked a couple extra points. Wyatt drops. Wyatt, it's got Salmon. Salmon gets outside, inside the 20. Down near the 19. First down, Lorain.
Nice little move after he caught the ball to get him an extra 4, 5, 6 yards.
The receiver did a nice job not committing a penalty here, as we see it on the replay.
That was
Anderson that just pulled off. That was the play before. So 1st and 10 for Titans in the red zone.
Sandusky's crowding that line of scrimmage.
Give to Salmon, makes a move in the hole. He's down inside the 15 near the 11.
That's getting ahead of the sticks, 9 yards.
Yes, it is.
At a crack.
I think we'll give him 7.
No, 7 yards, okay.
But puts him on the 12. He was dead to rights in the backfield by number 23, Jordan Lawrence, the linebacker, and just sidestepped him and made a nice cut right to get to the line. Wyatt Salmon behind him. On the wing is 13, Ryan DiBernardo. This is Williams in motion. Fake to Jairo, give to Salmon. Salmon's ahead inside the 10.
Oh, it looked like a fumble the way that everyone's jumping.
And they're going to call it a fumble.
Uh-oh.
This was the same kind of play that they dropped the ball on last week in the red zone. It was last week. It was on the 1, and this week it's inside the 10. They're going to spot the nose right at the 10, I would guess. 1st and 10 for the Streaks on the fumble. I did not get. It happened so late. I did not get the.
I didn't see the tackler or anybody how he got knocked out of his hands.
You know, John Salmon is fighting for every yard, and he didn't get to play last year. He is a junior that hadn't played since his freshman year. He had a knee injury. So he's got to learn yet when to tuck. And I think that he was just trying to stretch for that first down, and it got knocked out. Hanlon out again, empty backfield, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now motion puts 4 over this way. Jet sweep turned in nicely by T.J. Williams, but his buddies didn't pick him up. He's still going.
And he got a host of blockers now.
Yeah.
That may be the run of the game right there.
Well, that's part of the Sandusky highlight film, and there. You know, that was just bad tackling, Tom.
Yes,
let's
it
be
was,
honest. I mean, he ran through some arms is what happened. Out of bounds across the 50 at the 47.
Yeah, you can't make mistakes on the fumble, and you can't make mistakes on defense tackling.
And that play was turned in nicely by the cornerback. And we just didn't make a play after that. I think probably 7 or 8 Titans had a chance to stop that short of the first down, and instead it goes for a big one across the 50. Timeout for the Titans now. Tom, I want to touch base on something that you and I received the other day. Last year we had a young man by the name of Parker Capronica who worked some games with us on the sideline, and he's at Ohio University now. But Parker did a little scouting report and brought us up to date on the Sandusky Blue Streaks. And, one of the things he pulled out for us is that Henlon, the quarterback, 19 of 29 for 238 last year. And the Alexander, the junior running back, 15 carries, 80 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So they had their way, and they scored 40 points last week. And we're starting to see why. And this is a danger zone right now for Lorain, because one of the things, last year was a learning experience, and you said that seniors say we don't have any excuses anymore. Well, part of this is you got to learn how to win. And
you do.
This is a big situation in this game, down 7 already and giving up a big play. Henlon will keep it, reverse out, throw over the head of his receiver intended for Dre Campbell, number 4. Samir Crawford, number 4 for Lorain, closest Titan in the deep zone.
You got to keep that quarterback contained because he can get outside, and you can't let him get outside with all his athletic ability.
Yeah, he's done a nice job breaking contain, and he did it again there.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things with a 3-man front. You have to really, your backers have to really do a job to keep it inside. There's the give. Run down. There's big 99, Luke Wilson chasing that down with an angle from the nose. Also Noah Smith, 33 on the play. And we've got our first timeout for injury on the field as one of the Streaks, I believe it's the running back, 24, Jamarian Alexander, is down. So we'll take time and we'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back with more after this timeout. back here. Jamarian Alexander helped off. No indication of that it was anything major. He walked off under his own power. Third and 12 now for the Streaks. Titans need a stop here. Henlon, straight back, he wants a lot. He's got a man as open as Denny's, but he missed him. Blown coverage there, but the Titans get away with it as they sent two deep, and the safeties converged on the man in the middle of the field and left the outside zone. That's one they'll talk about here.
Yeah, you got to correct that kind of stuff at halftime.
Well, you better correct it before halftime.
But you hope they don't use it in the second quarter.
Right.
40,
Punter.
44 is a punter.
Javion Johnson, senior punter. Titans all over the field. Snap back. Short kick. He was booming him. Now this is going to check up like a sand wedge. It's going to be about a 15-yard kick that the Titans are going to benefit from. And quite honestly, it had been shorter than that if the Streaks hadn't caught it.
He had a nice play there.
Yeah.
Heads up.
They're going to spot it right at the 35. So
now the trick is to march the ball down the field and hold it and keep that offense off the field.
Let's get some of these linemen. 52, Isaiah Ray. 65 is Evan Rickovic. Shane Ramey Rowland, 68. And I missed the other one. Snap back. Salmon in the backfield, covered up that time, but they were ready for that. That might have been a misread because that was the end cracking down on that.
So eventually you got to give that jet sweep.
Or you got to pull the ball as the quarterback like he did on the very first play.
Yeah, that was a design. I think that was a design fake. I don't know if that was a read or not.
It could have been, yeah. Well, I think the jet sweep was definitely part of the play, but I don't know if Wyatt had the choice to pull it and keep it.
Yeah.
So 3:03 clock running first quarter. Sandusky 7-0. Wyatt, single setback motion is DiBernardo. Wyatt's to throw. Wyatt's bubble screen, and they did this a lot. And there's a flag out there.
He took the first hit.
He did take a hit. Who was that? Was that was number 2, Rico Anderson, I think. But there's a flag out right at the line of scrimmage. I think the Titans
offside. He had to be.
Could have either been offsides or not enough on the line.
He took the nice hit, but he came right back at it and gained some positive yards after that.
Oh, it's a big one.
But the penalty held him back.
10 yards. Yet to see a signal.
It was probably on that wide receiver. Here's the replay on that. Because there was a little comeback there.
It could have been on the bubble screen, just an illegal block right there is my guess.
Yeah, it had to be.
So 2nd and 20. Neither one of us could find Al Ivy on that, Tom. That's jet sweep. That's Salmon. Salmon gets outside, got the 30, the 35, out of bounds, across the 35 near the 37. Got the penalty back and a couple more, but it's 3rd and 8.
See, that's going to make the read a lot more effective now that they know there's somebody can run the ball.
Well, that was your running back though. That was.
Well, he lines up in that slot more than a few times.
Well, he's not there now because he's out, and that's Raphael Hagler, number 6, who is the backup at that running back, who they were looking for right there. And he bounced off a tackle and lost a couple. Pass was a little bit behind him and took a long time to get there, quite honestly. So it's going to bring up 4th and 11 for Lorain, and they'll give it back. 17, T.J. Williams will kick it. Long snapper is 71, Richie Davila.
Any relation to our old principal?
No. Single setback, long snap, and it was blocked. That snap took too long. It's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah. You got to get a snap back. You just can't lob it back.
Number 8, Marion Westbrook blocked it, picked it up, and scored.
Yeah.
With 1:06 to go. Picked it up and brought it back 30 yards. And the snap was on target. It just took too long, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Well, there it is again. And see, there were more there than the wall could handle. And, going to give him credit as he never left his feet. He ran through it for the block and picked it up. And now the Titans are down 13. And Streaks are Didion's looking for 14. Offsides, Lorain.
They'll decline? No, you can't decline.
You can't decline because it was before the snap.
Yeah.
Now they can change and go for 2.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened on Lorain's first touchdown last week. As we were all set for Reggie Johnson to kick, and Ravenna came offsides, and we went for 2.
Doesn't look like that is going to be their option.
They're going to decline.
They're going to decline it. Kick it again.
Which is interesting. I mean,
yeah.
It's only 1.5 yards, but. And it was off the edge, and you're not going to get there from off the edge with a good snap. And he boots it through. He's done that before. And it's 14-0. So Sandusky scored on offense and now on special teams to go up 2 scores. Titans had a good drive stalled by a penalty, and then a bad play on special teams turns it into a 2-score game with 1:06 to go in the first quarter. Got something special lined up for the quarter, Tom. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah. Now the thing is, are they going to squib it again, or are they going to kick it deep to let somebody run it back?
We'll see if we've adjusted. 2 Rico Anderson, 12 Noah Buchanan deep.
I only see 3,
17. Yeah, I think we're
4,
short
5,
one.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still short 1.
Yeah, we're short the other semi-deep man here. Samir Crawford
Here
comes out at about the 28. Now that hole is still huge in the middle. They've dropped one of the middle guys back to the 40, but the last kick went just over his head. And it was definitely a practiced move. That opening is still there. Lorain fell on the first one. Bounced along the turf, down and covered as Anderson lost his gription there. His Nebules came out, and he went down and just stayed down and pulled it in, which discretion being the better part of valor.
Yeah.
One thing you don't want to do is give it to him again deep in the, this area.
Now, I'd like to see a drive like that first one. I mean, not ending the fumble on the 12, but.
Well, this is one of those times where, as the Titans in a game like this, you need the next points.
Yeah. Yes.
You sure don't want to go down 3 scores. Wyatt with Salmon to his right. Option. That's the play they scored on last week. Salmon to the line of scrimmage and about 4 after contact.
Just got slowed down by a little grip of his back.
Yep. Last week, they ran that play, and everyone but the corner converged on Wyatt.
Yeah.
And he pitched it almost at the line of scrimmage. And Salmon caught it, made one cut to the middle of the field, and there was no one near him. Untouched, 60 yards. Here we go. 2nd and 6. DiBernardo in motion. Give to Salmon. Salmon gets just back to the line. Maybe a gain of 1 yard. Not much there. Now, if I were to critique what I've seen for the Titans on offense here, is the quarter will probably run out at 14-0. They've yet to throw the ball deep to a wide receiver other than the bubble screen. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've played one at the George. Blue Streaks 14, Lorain nothing. And we'd like to direct your attention to the south end of the field. And Athletic Director Brian Corey out there with a lucky student who is going to get to attempt a field goal from the 5-yard line. Now, if he makes this field goal, he will receive 30 days of Chick-fil-A. If he misses, they move it back 5 yards. He gets another try. And he didn't hurt anybody in the band because it wasn't going that hard. It looks easy that close in that goalpost, but I can tell you it's not. And if you've never, ever done it before, forget it. Now he drops back to the 10 for the same prize, and he'll get, if he misses this one, he'll get one more shot.
That's a little bit
better.
Did he make it?
Nope, we're going to drop back. That one had a chance.
A little bit wide.
That was a little bit of a yank, but he got it up in the air.
How do they draw the student?
I have no clue. You're taking a little bit long here on the first one. Al Ivy says, what are you doing? That kick was now. That looked like the first kickoff. So no free chicken. And the Titans will put it in play 3rd and 5 from the 25 to start the second quarter. Play signaled in after they met with the sideline. Wyatt has single setback offset to his right. Trips to the near side. DiBernardo, Hyro Williams, and number 12, Noah Buchanan. TJ Williams to the far side. Throws outside to Salmon, and that's what they were looking for. Makes a move. Makes another move. He's got the sticks and more.
Yeah.
John Salmon, lots of individual effort. Gets him out across the 35 and picks up a huge first down for this game.
He runs a little bit like a fullback. I'd like to see him break a few of those and see what he can do.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I liked there was contact. The ball got stuffed away. Salmon comes out for a play. He had a terrible problem cramping last week. Wyatt, bubble screen, Hyro Williams. You can't dive for him, and fortunately he didn't catch that because it's no gain instead of -4.
He's a sophomore. It's something he got to learn.
Right.
Yeah. You're right. They still haven't gone deep. But
they haven't thrown to a wide receiver beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Wyatt.
I don't think anybody was ready for that snap.
Well, no, and
there's the ball's loose.
Oh, he threw it ahead. I don't know if they're going to. Well, they don't have replay. This is going to be. Well, that was the same young man that blocked the kick, number 8, Demarion Westbrook. And there's 2 beanbags down. Yeah. Nobody caught the fact that he threw it to himself. We'll see this again on replay. They're going to spot it at the 1. Let's look at the replay here. Nobody expected it. Wyatt stopped it with his foot, picked it up, and had it pulled away. Now it's loose. Now watch. See, he threw it ahead and then picked it up.
That was the strangest play I've seen in.
Yeah, and it's going to cost the Titans, unfortunately, without a miracle here, as it's 1st and inches at the inside the 1.
There should have been a couple penalties on that play because everyone from the Titans was moving.
And there it is. 1 yard run straight ahead by Armstrong. His second score. And the wheels have come off for Lorain. 20 serving 0 for Sandusky right now. And Diddy Arnold's on to kick out of the hold of Purdy, number 11. That was almost I can't believe there's not a flag on that. It looked like the snap was a day late and $1 short, but the kick was good. Maybe it was just our angle. And of course, if you're not firing out because you're on the extra point. So 21-0 for Sandusky, and the Titans have been bitten by the turnover bug. That's 3 counting the block kick. And
I think their offense have hurt them this side because it was the fumble when they drove the ball all the way down to the 10. Yeah, you got to correct those errors.
Yep. And then the block kick.
Yeah.
And then this fumble, and now you got to pull them together because this is game 2. And we'll see. They were able to do this last week, but they were never behind.
Yes, you said.
You can see the coaches working on the offense over there, or the defense rather. Those big guys up front. Didion will kick one more time. This will be kickoff number 4 for the Streaks. Number 3, we kicked to open the game, and they took it down. Yep. T.J. Williams at about the 27, across the 30, dragged down at the 32. Titans will have decent starting position. Boy, do they need some points, Tom.
I'd just like to see a long drive.
Well, I wouldn't mind a short drive if it ended with a touchdown.
Yeah, but you want to keep the white offense off the field.
Well, yeah. Of course, they haven't scored.
Yeah.
They've run one play for a yard to get the last 14 points with the block punt and then the fumble. So 21-0. Wyatt alone in the backfield. This is not the strength of this Titan team. There's an out to Salmon. No gain, maybe a loss.
Now there you have people deep.
We're just not.
Yeah, they're not throwing to them.
We're not looking that way.
Watch.
Sorry about that. I just splattered water all over the people in front of the press box. I wish I could blame that on someone else, but I can't. 2nd and 10. Wyatt,
there's
fake. There it is. Keep running, my friend. Oh, he let up.
Yeah.
He slowed down the pump. That was Hyro Williams, the young guy, and he let up on the pump fake. And
I think he thought that it was way out of his reach, but you never give up on a play like that.
Yeah, you just.
Good. That was that high arch.
There was a chance to run under it, but he just he got some contact from the corner, and it just threw his stride off and never got back to full speed. So 3rd and 10. Need one here. There it is again for Hyro, but overthrown again. And now we're starting to see some frustration. So.
Well,
time to earn your money, coaches. Got to keep them up. 4th and 10, 21-0 already. 10:22 to go in the half. And the last time the Titans tried this, it cost them 6. Now it was a jailbreak up the middle. They sent 4 into that wall of 3. T.J. Williams once again, a little bit better snap. Got to be quicker, and he is quicker and gets it off. Need a hop. Roll till it can't roll no more. Down inside the 45 by Rico Anderson at the 42. And Sandusky will take over again, and it's been a Blue Streaks kind of night, Tom.
Yeah, you got to keep that first person. Can't get to the wall that fast.
Right.
You just got to slow him down a little bit.
Well, as the center, the rule is you are untouchable.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you're not allowed to block.
Yeah.
And I think, quite honestly, they just flooded the A and B gaps the last time. So, Henlon, fully loaded gun here. Timeout now. I'm not sure what this is. Hyro Williams coming in on defense. And Samir Crawford coming out.
They better get some defenders way over there on that right-hand defensive side.
Well,
here he goes. There he goes.
The sevens are matching up.
Yeah.
Xander Young is 5'11", and Hyro Williams is not. So there's a big size disadvantage for the team. Sweep, breaks contained, got around T.J. Williams, out to the 49. Jeremiah Lopez among the tacklers there.
Here's
up front.
Here's a difference in the defense that Lorain has two ends that don't have contain.
Right.
They got to depend on outside linebackers for contain.
That's Cameron Sledge, Luke Wilson, and Noah Buchanan across the front. And gives straight ahead again, bouncing it to the outside. And once again, Tom, that in the three-man front, somebody's always lined up outside that end.
Yes.
So you have to count on contain.
Yeah. And the contain man has to worry about flat coverage.
Right.
Because this is a throwing team.
Cross.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Streaks. 23 Jeremiah Lopez, 33 Noah Smith are the inside backers. Ball up in the air, but talk about a break.
It came right back to him, like he threw it to himself.
And ended up with about an 8-yard gain, and that's the third tailback, 44 Javion Johnson. Whoop. Never had it.
Yeah.
Popped up off his thigh to himself. 2nd down and 2. Give straight ahead, same young man, Johnson, and hitting the backfield. Big number 90 Julius Manning.
What grade is he in? Because 11th grade, junior, and Wilson's a 10th grader.
Yep.
Yeah. See that? I mean, they're strong up the middle.
Cameron Sledge, the other end, is a junior, so they're young across the front line. But they're not deep across the front line. That's one of the problems that they face is fatigue with as long as this defense has been out here. Sweep.
Especially when it's early in the season.
And it's hot.
Hot and humid.
And again, getting the corner. And only for about a yard. Will bring up 4th and 1, and there's absolutely no reason to think Sandusky wouldn't go for it here. They're playing with house money.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to see us stop.
4th and about a yard and a half.
I'd like to see us stop.
Now, the last time they did this, they just bunched everybody inside and then let the quarterback roll wide side and look for a seam. This time they've got a little bit more conventional look.
They do have a wing out there for blocking.
And there's the draw again.
I don't know if he made it.
It's going to be 1st down, Tom. But I think it's 1st down head north.
Blue, yes. Yes.
Nicely done in the middle there. There was Julius Manning again. And off the pile, number 99, Luke Wilson combined with their friends to make that stop. And a little bit of life for the Titans here with 8:07 to go in the second quarter, trailing 21-0. And you can see a little bit more hop in the step of the offense as they come out.
Well, the offense feeds off the defense feeds off the offense, but I think the defense is doing a little bit better job. Right.
Well, I mean, it's 21, but 2 of those were a special teams and a turnover. Salmon gets the fake. Wyatt keeps it. Hitting the backfield and ahead for a couple. Now, you know, Tom, we're talking about, you know, the trouble connecting with the wide receivers. You know, there was a play right there where the wide receiver, Noah Buchanan, on this side went out as if he were a pass receiver, knowing that it's a running play. He's not going full speed. And so the next time, jet sweep, Samir Crawford, loss of a couple.
Yeah.
Just.
Samir's another 10th grader.
Yep. Across the front line, Tyler Fogo, the center, is a junior. Evan Rickovic, junior. Shane Ramey Rowland, junior. Richie Davila is a senior. And the fifth one I have not identified. Straight back again, Wyatt lets it go over the middle. Just no one home. Too tall for.
I think that was just a misread because I seen
Solomon
took the cut.
Yep.
And
well, Joseph had it bearing down on him that time.
Yeah.
So quick series for the Titans. Couple incompletion or a 2-yard run, a loss, and an incompletion, and we're back in what can charitably described as an adventure. It's a punt team. There they come through the middle, 3. It's straight up. This is going to be a negative punt.
There's a roughing.
I hope.
That roughing I don't think he touched the ball.
No. TJ limping off.
No, that's either a 10-yard, well, either way, a 10-yard or a 15.
It doesn't matter because you're going to take it if it's a 2-yarder. They're going to be looking for volunteers at halftime. Al Ivy communicating with the sideline.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that's happening on that play is the 3 guys in the personal protectors are getting overrun.
Yes.
They're not getting low and getting set. Now what is it? Five-yard running into the kicker.
I thought it was a 10-yard running into the kicker.
No, 5 and 15.
Okay.
So we're one more running into the kicker away from a first down. Now we're only 11 yards deep this time. Got the snap away. They're going to play for a return. Good kick's going to bounce. And Titans with good coverage at right about the 30-yard line, where the Streaks will take over with 6:36 to go in the half.
You know, the difference when we ran that 3-man wall back there, we put tackles back there. A fullback in the middle and 2 tackles made more of a wall.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They have some.
We are size challenged,
yes.
Tom. I mean, that's not that we don't have big guys. We don't have big numbers of big guys.
Yeah, and you want them to sit on a bench and get a little break because you got to get.
Now, fortunately, you know, our big guys up front are only playing one way. But Manning, Wilson, and Sledge went the whole way in the front 3 last week. And I don't think any of them have been out yet.
No, haven't seen any substitutions.
Straight back and looking for more. Breaks contained. Noah Smith got him.
Nice.
Noah Smith run him down for about a 5-yard loss.
He's coming from that backside.
Yep. One of the middle guys got through. He came the wide way.
He came from this side.
Yeah, but he came. He didn't come straight through the A gap. He came off between tackle and guard. Now he's lined up like a stand-up defensive end with one backer in the middle of the field. There's the sweep, and again breaking contained. It didn't seem like it, but it did. The tackle came from inside out. And when you're containing that, the tackle's going to come from outside in. 5.5 to go in the half, 3rd and 7. Nice night out here at George Daniel. Nice crowd on both sides. Sweep. Long one, all alone, overthrown.
See, that was contained.
Yes.
The quarterback had to pull up,
yes,
set his feet, and throw the ball. So
because
he had time.
The pressure was from the outside. And so it'll be 4th down. The Titans defense holds on back-to-back possessions. And Sandusky will kick. Deep for Lorain. Samir Crawford 4, Raphael Hagler 6. Samir is a sophomore, Hagler a senior. The kicker, number 44, Javion Johnson, he of juggling handoff fame. We're doing a little math here. It looks like somebody might not have enough. They've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They've got 11. I think Westbrook was out there counting. No person. Oh, that one. There it is.
There he is.
Nice play. Ryan DiBernardo, number 13, as the snap sailed over the punter's head, and the Titans get a break. Going to get the ball inside the 5. First one through was Jabron Smith.
I was wondering about that.
He chased it, and I thought the punter might turn and give it a boot, and he turned to try to make a play, and DiBernardo came Johnny on the spot. And I almost said to you, Tom, they don't have a personal protector back there should something go wrong. And sure enough, the snap was too tall. So 1st and goal from the 4. Little life for the Titans here with 5:07 in the half. That's Big Luke at fullback. Big Luke Wilson is the up back.
But he came from outside, 23, to make the tackle.
Came from behind Wilson is what he did.
Yeah.
They recognized the motion and that we were going to be following the big fella, the icebox.
Yeah, remember that Chicago Bears.
And he was number 99, William the Refrigerator Perry. This is the icebox. There he is again. Stops. Same play, bigger hole.
And
touchdown.
Yeah.
To the house, John Selman.
I'd give Wilson a key block on that. Here it is. Let's see if he got that. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Got some push. As well as Julius Manning, number 90, was in there as a tight end. Now, the good thing is that we got a touchdown. The bad thing is those guys need a blow. Reggie Johnson on to kick. I'm guessing Chase Davis is the holder. Kicked up.
Nice.
Boot is through.
Is he a soccer player?
I don't know. So the Titans were a team in need of a break. The Titans got a big one and capitalized. Behind the defensive front, Tom, running behind Julius Manning and Luke Wilson. Well, you got big Shane Ramey Rowland out there, too, who's got really nice size and adds a lot. Yeah, Shane is 6'4", 270. And now they come out with a little bit more.
A little more pep. Look at that, yeah. Get a little more discipline there. There's a couple people missing, but.
Well, one of them's the kicker. Remember when the kicker would change his shoe, Tom?
Yeah, I do, man. Put a square toe on.
Put the square toe on. Also late to the party, Jabron Smith, the wide man on the near side, number 10. Now, what's interesting, Tom, is this is the only level of football where you can line up with this. The Titans only have 4 guys on this side of the football. College and the pros, you got to have 5 on each side now for safety. Johnson puts the foot into the ball. High kick to coming down at about the 15.
Rolled out of bounds.
Tough break for the Titans. So there's a couple of options here. You can take the ball where it went out of bounds. You can take the ball at the 35, or you can make them kick again.
It looks like the 35 is their option, don't you think? I see him huddling up.
That's the usual one.
Yeah.
And with
I don't
sending
know
the ball,
yeah.
Lorain High used to, in years when we didn't have a kicker, we used to intentionally kick the ball out of bounds. And nobody called us on it all year until the 9th game of the season. And I think it was at Cleveland Heights. And we used to kick it to a coach.
Yeah.
and they made us kick it again, and we didn't know what to do.
Yeah. I don't know why that isn't taken more often.
Right. Julius Manning from behind.
Oh, he ran him down. See, that defense is starting to get a little lively now.
A little chippier.
Yeah.
Noah Smith there and 17 T.J. Williams. But Julius Manning blew that up from his end spot coming in on the backside. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. Boy, you like to get a 3 and out here with 2 timeouts left. And, you get a chance with the ball and then the ball coming out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Henlon looking to the sideline, and Sandusky is in no hurry. Straight ahead give for about 3. That looked to be Armstrong.
Yeah, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, a good 5.
Yeah. Hold him here, force the punt.
Yep. Yeah, if they make this here, they go on offense for real.
Yeah.
And if we can hold them, now they have to go back to the play that just cost them 7. Straight ahead, again run down from, nope, he had me. That's going to score. Oh, geez. Oh, goodness. Yep.
Yeah.
They bought me on that fake, and 60 yards later, 61 yards later, but there is a flag on the play back at the 43-yard line. Ineligible man downfield, the preliminary signal. And I'll tell you what, I'm sure it was on the fake because I followed the running back, and he had a lead blocker.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, exactly.
So makes me feel a little bit better about blowing the call as we'll come back and do it again. Wipes out a 60-yard touch pass and catch.
But that's the break and contain we're talking about because there was nobody over there for contain.
The only guy within 10 yards of him was his teammate. That'll take it back to 3rd and a long 10 at the 35. Armstrong is in the backfield waiting for Henlon to come out and get him set. Twins to each side. Manning. Henlon breaks contain, and
I think he made it.
Yeah, he did. Once again, breaking contain and getting across the 50, and that'll move the sticks.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a big play for both teams. Now, I'm not sure what they're talking about. I'm not sure where the spot is, but they had to get the ball to the 45. So if this man on the near side is the spot, they do not have a first down. I see number 4 up there on the box. And the spot is short of the 45. Now it is 4th and as short as you can make it. but it is fourth down.
Can't call for a measurement because it went out of bounds. So.
And it's also on their side. I mean, it went out of bounds where the sticks are. So 2:50 to go in the half. Had a lot of action. Like Coach Creel is out in the circle for soccer out there talking to the official because the play is all the discussion is on the other side. Now he says I'm entitled to an explanation. Al Ivy's having a meeting. Julius Manning wants to join.
Why is everyone talking about it? It's where the spot. I'm guessing where the spot is.
Unless there was a fumble.
Oh.
You know, I mean, nobody has signaled that the Titans had the ball, but the only thing I can think of is that he might have dropped the ball because it sure looked like he was over the 45. Now Coach Creel is going to get an explanation.
Now, does the Titans have a defense for the the half a foot offense?
What you can see here is that Manning and Wilson have moved shoulder to shoulder in the middle.
So you got to bring those outside linebackers in.
Noah Smith is going to step up as a stand-up defensive end. I can't hardly believe that they didn't.
Yeah.
When they took it back to hand it off, I thought we had a shot there, Tom, but that'll stop the clock while they move the sticks with 2:46 to go. 1st and 10.
See, in the old days, we would have gone 7-man line and everyone else is man on the slots, but Lorain is a 3-man defensive line.
And, you know, the gun changes short, takes the sneak out of it.
Yeah.
There they come. That's a jailbreak, but he gets it off, and he's got a wall over there, down the sidelines, out of bounds, but not before a big gain. And that's number 5, Maurice Armstrong.
You'd have to almost call that a screen, as many linemen that were over there.
Oh, yeah. And
setting up a little wall.
QB did a great job getting it over the contained man who was on a blitz. Timeout. Officials timeout.
I think Coach Creel wants a little bit more of an explanation.
Well, that ship has sailed, my friend. That ship has sailed. So it's 1st and 10 at the 27, 21-7. Sandusky on top of Lorain here. 2:23 to go. And we've got the two bands ready to entertain at halftime. The Marching Blue Streaks will go first. And then the debut of the Marching Titans at home with new band director Ted Terhune in his first season, and I got to see him last year, and they looked great.
Did they not go to the first game, the away game?
They did go to Ravenna
last
week,
okay.
Yes. As you know, as with any kind of a coaching change, you wonder how it's going to go. And, you know, Ted Terhune took over from longtime band director Tim Civic, who did a super job for, 20-plus years going back to Southview. And I think Tim is still with Ted. I think they've reversed roles. There's a completion and a triple. I think it is. That is number 12. Number 12. Noah Buchanan for Lorain fell on the football. But we'll have to get the hit from behind.
The fumble cause is big.
Yep, because it was punched out. There's an awful lot of talking going. Maybe they're ordering food for halftime. Here it is. Nice reverse pivot, and he's got the tight end open. There it is. That was Julius Manning who caused a fumble last week. And this is a wonderful fumble recovery by Noah Buchanan.
Curled right over the ball like you're supposed to.
Yep. So Julius Manning with his second caused fumble in as many weeks. And the Titans will stop that for now. And they fake to him, and Wyatt bounces it outside on the backside. Gets around the end and out of bounds. He's going to get a gain across the 25 to about the 27 for a gain of 6. And it'll make it 2nd and 4 with 2:08 to go. Joseph is so much more confident running the ball this year than he was last year. And if you see him in the weight room, you'd understand. Oh, I think he got him. There's an encroachment.
That long count, got the encroachment.
Braden Sarter, 43, just fell out of his stance is what happened.
That's the first time they did that.
You know, Tom, back in the day when the Buckeye Conference, this was two big schools in Ohio. And Sandusky, I believe, is now Division IV.
I don't know, it was 4 or 3. I think it might still be 3.
That was an overthrow.
Be careful, be careful.
Trying to get the ball to the jitterbug out there, Hyro Williams, and just overthrew him as the pressure was on. 2nd and 10. You're just glad to get that back. .204 to go. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is give them, they've got 3 timeouts left. Lorain has 1. Wyatt, snap, give straight ahead. That's Salmon for a short gain of about 2, maybe 3. Was it Salmon? Yep.
Yes, it was.
Okay. I couldn't tell if it was 5 or 6.
And you don't want to punt either.
Yeah, that hasn't been effective play for either team.
I like a nice little bubble screen over there.
Timeout. Lorain will take their last one.
Minute 34. I think a bubble screen right because the wide receiver's covered, but they have no one in the slot.
Yeah. We'll see, because the problem with throwing the ball on 3rd and long is stopping the clock.
Yeah.
You know, if you run it, you can take a half minute off or make them use one of their 3 timeouts. But that's almost conceding that you're going to punt.
Or you can throw that little pass that is like a long handoff.
Right. But quite honestly, we've had trouble getting the edge on the strong side. We've gotten it a few times on the backside with the quarterback keep, but the strong side has not worked out the best for us yet. Now it's the wide side to the right, which if you're going to roll Joseph Wyatt out, that's the way you want to roll him. He's got Williams and Anderson over there with DiBernardo on the slot, Salmon behind him. He wants to go deep. Now he throws it over to John Salmon, cuts it up in the middle of the field. 1st down and more, out to about the 45. That'll stop the clock on the 1st down as they make something out of nothing, Tom.
Yes, he did.
Minute 23 to go. Clock stopped to move the chains. Wyatt trying to get him set up. This is where the signaling in takes more time than you need it to. You need, I see them pass out wristbands, and I've also seen teams just signal in numbers with the plays on the wristband in this situation. Wyatt straight back again.
That's interference.
No, it's not. It's because it's behind the line.
Okay. Oh, yeah. What am I thinking?
It was to Hyro Williams, and well read by Dre Campbell, the wide receiver linebacker. No penalty because the ball was behind the line. And you see, here's some of the
fans,
the closet officials.
Yeah, I made the mistake until I had seen where it was thrown. Now DiBernardo switches sides along with Hyro Williams out here
with Rico Anderson. Straight back, pull it up. He's going to try and keep it. Flips it ahead, but incomplete. That was good awareness of where he was on the field by Joseph Wyatt, because he was behind the line when he flipped it.
By a yard or so. Yep.
That was good awareness.
But it also stopped the clock.
None of those sideline officials here wanted intentional grounding there. 3rd and 10 with 53 seconds to go. Wyatt throws it down low. That's Solomon, and he caught it, cuts it up, gets out of bounds, and then tackled in a flag for a late hit.
Yeah.
As he got tackled into the bandstand.
See, I'll take it from the 25 down to about the 10.
Yeah, that's going to put us inside the 15. So you never know, Tom.
Yep. 44 seconds.
And that was something out of nothing, as Joe Wyatt showed us the Bernie Kosar throw there. Dropped down sidearm and gunned it down. Here it is. Wyatt. Now he steps up. Then there it was, the side. Salmon made a play, and he just was underneath the entire defense. And he was more than 3 yards out of bounds when he got hit. So that'll take it down to the 15. 1st and 10 for Lorain. So now you went from, we don't want to give it back to him, to maybe we can get it in the end zone here.
Well, that would be a confidence.
Oh, my goodness. With the ball coming out?
Yep.
And so, Tom, if there's anything to be gained at 21-7, it's the fact that the Titans have responded so well after being down 21-0. You know, the defense got a couple stops. We got a break on special teams, stuck it in the end zone. You know, just got a big break on 3rd and 10 right there after we picked up a 3rd and 7 right before that. So, they've responded with some plays. We had a big stuff on 4th and 1 by the defense. And
like some of those players have said, there's no excuse now. So I think last year they would have hung their head.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I'd like to see Solomon run that jet sweep. I think he almost broke one of them in the first quarter.
So we'll go first. Now, the issue you got with 44 seconds left is you don't have any timeouts.
No.
Wyatt is in the backfield with Salmon to his right.
How about an option? How about an option left?
2 to each side, and that's a distinct possibility. Nope, he's going to throw. Nope, he's going to get hit in the backfield, and the worst thing that could have happened, sack and they stopped the clock.
Did he get out of bounds?
I can't believe so. Now here comes the defensive line's getting called back. Now, again, we're going to have an explanation here as to why the clock is stopped. And about all I can say is he might have fumbled the ball out of bounds semi-intentionally. If he did.
And there's a flag, didn't?
Well, that's a beanbag. That's what they've done. The beanbag looks just like the flag. And I suffered for that for a scrimmage and the first game last week before. They come out the same, from the same spot. And it's really not a beanbag like they used to throw. Now what? You're going to use this as a timeout? Well, the guys talk about the menu for halftime. Tom, we can look ahead a little bit here with some time left before the half. There's a flag. It's going to be intentionally grounding the football, I think. Al has dropped the flag in the middle of the field, and I think he tried. There's a beanbag over there on the 17 on the hash mark.
I see it now.
Now the flag is out, and it's going to be intentional grounding.
So he did. He fumbled the ball out of bounds.
Fumbled forward out of bounds. Yeah. And that's the right call. You get together and you get it right. That's what you hope the officials do.
Lost it down 2 on that.
Yep. So it's 5 from the spot of the play. So it takes it back to, they've got it first on the stick, but it's second down and 17, at the 22, excuse me. They've got to get to the 5, second and 17. 35 seconds to go. They get to run a play from a timeout with a stopped clock. Wyatt pulls it down. Wyatt's got the sideline. Wyatt's inside the 10, gets out of bounds, and he gets hit onto the track. Now that's a heck of a play by Joseph, because he made a quick decision and a great read as to where the opening was. We're going to see it here. He's looking for the end zone, pulls it down, and got the corner in a big hurry, and you just kept waiting for him to step out of bounds, and he got you down there to the 7 where it's 3rd and 2. 27 seconds to go.
Well, I can see a bubble screen out this side. They got 2 men on our 2 men. There's got to be a flag, so this clock stop.
Well, that might be offsetting. Wyatt got his head taken off.
What else could be back there but a holder?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have to come out when your helmet's
off?
Not
if it was as a result of a penalty.
Okay.
Now, the backup quarterback, Chase Davis, is a sophomore, and he did get some action last week when Joseph cramped up, and he does a pretty nice job. He QB'd the win at Shaw last year. So, 20 seconds on the clock.
But I think last year he was just handing off to Gonzalez, wasn't he?
Well, he completed some passes.
Oh, did he? Okay, I wasn't at the game.
Yeah, no, they ran up, they scored 44 points in that game. And
they better have a play called.
Penalties will offset, so it'll be 3rd and 2. The hard part with calling a play is you got to know what the down and distance is. 3rd and 2 from the 7. The offsetting penalties are a break for the Titans because it was definitely going to be a hold until Wyatt lost his helmet, and that was the penalty that offset it. And they wind the clock.
Come on now, you don't. You got it.
Wyatt.
Up the middle.
First down to the 3, stops the clock for a moment. 7 seconds to go.
I get. Do they have a getting under the center?
They're looking in the clock play here. You don't have to be under the center in high school to spike the ball.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
And I did too until last week when I saw it happen. Timeout now for what? I'm not going to bitch, but now Pogiali is out to talk to. Well, he's walking a young man off the field. That is number 20.
See, he's getting under center now.
He's not on the. They're gonna spike the ball here unless they try to throw a fade to. There it is. Okay, so 5 seconds. You got one play from the
field goal.
2.
They got a field goal coming in.
They got the kicker coming in. Yep. Chase Davis comes in to hold. Reggie Williams will attempt the kick at 21-7. Interesting, because you get the ball coming out. Very interesting. Reggie was good on the placement from the same spot on the field. Need a good snap and a good hold.
I don't think they're deep enough. I would have got it another 2 yards deeper.
Well,
blocked.
Well, there it was. You called it, Tom.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough depth.
Yep.
And didn't get it up in the air. So that took a second on the doink.
Yeah.
And Sandusky will get the ball at the 20 for the last play of the half, which
they'll take a knee.
Yeah. Hey, with their offensive weapons, I wouldn't be such a hurry to take a knee. That's a football. I was going to say there's a flag going way up in the air, but they changed footballs for the Sandusky offensive football.
Okay.
If you're at the game and you don't notice that, each team plays with their particular football. So when you're on offense, now it's a Sandusky ball that comes in from the Sandusky sideline, and the Lorain high ball got tossed over to the sideline.
I was thinking they have to take the ball in a 2.
Yeah, no,
because
you went in the end zone.
Yeah, you got to get it out to
so
the touchback.
Henlon has got receivers everywhere, and why not? He's just going to run a give, but Armstrong's got speed. Armstrong's out across the 45, run down there, so it's a lot of noise and not much going on. Noah Smith. Now I hear whistles, and Al Ivy is way back behind the play. I'm looking for, there's a flag on the 21-yard line on the far side.
And I think someone said, let's decline it.
The Titans have the option. So I'm going to guess they weren't sets holding on Sandusky. Titans will say no, thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll go into the locker room. 21 for the Streaks, 7 for the Titans, and we'll be back with the Lorain High School band after this timeout. Test. There we are.
Here we go.
Back at Lorain High, set to begin the second half. The Titans will receive. They trail 21-7. They had a field goal block on the second to last play of the half after they put together a pretty nice last-minute drive that stalled at the 2. And there was some talk about going for it or not, and they tried the field goal, and it got blocked.
Hey, but you got to try. But it's still...
It's the second game of the season. You have to find out who you are.
And I still think they went into the locker room with a little bit of incentive to come back out because they know they can drive the ball, I think.
Well, they were down 21-0 with 11-12 to go in the second quarter. Then they scored and had a couple more chances that unfortunately didn't work out, and the defense really rose up with some stops.
I see they moved their deep men's back and into the middle a little bit better.
Didion will kick. Now we'll see if he's going to try and clear them now that they've done that. They squib it again, off one, picked up by another. This is Rico Anderson. Rico's out across the 25 to the 27 where the Titans will start. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see any flags. We'll see if we can smooth out the rough spots here in the third quarter. Now, last week, the third quarter was a bit of a problem for the Titans as cramping issues struck them. Wyatt had them. Salmon had to come out a couple times, be helped off the field with cramps.
You know, cramps is one of those things that you just can't drink nothing but water, because that doesn't work. You have to put all the other things back into your body, too.
And you can't just do it the night of the game.
No.
You've got, okay, so empty backfield, 4 to the near side for Lorain. Wyatt alone. Motion now, it's an illegal as 2 guys started to move. And that'll bring the Titans 5 yards deeper. Take them back to the 22.
I think they're running whatever they're going to run. They're going to run the same thing. I think this is the signal that meant. Just do it.
It looked to me like they were going to run Salmon in a jet sweep to the far side, as he was the motion man. Now he's the second man. Here he comes again. They fake it to him. Wyatt steps up, runs it, pulls it down, makes a move out over the 30, getting the penalty yards back and 3 more. Spot him at the 31. And his helmet came off, so unfortunately Joseph's going to have to come out for a play.
That's Davis.
And he's saying again, they threw my helmet off.
Well, tighten it up a little bit better.
And they were fortunate when it happened at the end of the half that it was on a penalty. Now this is the backup quarterback, number 9, sophomore Chase Davis. He's not a stranger to varsity action. Hand off straight ahead. I mean, if there's any issue, it's that he is stone cold. Never had a warm-up toss, and now Wyatt will come back after the obligatory delay.
Well,
you know, I don't think we've tried to get the ball to T.J. Williams at all on the outside over here. And he was their big play receiver last year. Third down and 5. Wyatt wants to throw, looks, tosses it. And he tried to signal to keep going to number 12, Noah Buchanan, and tried to fit it into a tight window, and Buchanan just couldn't get there. So it'll bring up 4th down and 5.
Actually, he had a nice touch on the ball.
It was the right idea.
Yeah. Dangerous, because there was a defender that was a little bit deeper there.
Yeah, if he'd have put any more air under it, we'd probably be lining up to try to block a kick. Looking at some halftime scores, Tom, one of the expected powers in the LEL, Maple Heights, is getting stomped.
Who are they playing?
Lake.
Yeah.
And they are down. Uniontown Lake is up 35-0.
Wow.
Maple Heights, expected to be not just a conference contender, but a state contender.
Because they said they have all 9 or 10 back on offense, they said their offense was going to be a juggernaut
Right.
and score a lot. They were picked to give Cleveland Heights a run
Right.
for their money in the LEL.
And
I just heard Cleveland Heights, this is last year in the LEL.
yes,
They're
Cleveland
going to
Heights and Shaker Heights are leaving
for the
the
Greater
LEL
Cleveland.
for the Greater Cleveland Conference, where Shaker Heights just came from. Shaker Heights and Garfield Heights left the Greater Cleveland Conference to come back to the LEL, and now Shaker is Alexander Armstrong, number 5, out over the 50 for a gain of about 9 on first down.
They ran against Lorain's strength into that interior line.
Right, but they kind of ran a cutback. 2nd and 2. Henlon out. He's been very effective directing the offense, especially for the first quarter.
I think that's offside
again. That's the same blitzer that's been off a couple times. I think they got Osir Kimball just trying to anticipate, and he's getting across too soon.
Yeah, that's a timing kind of thing that you really got to work on that.
Well, you don't know their cadence. That's you can practice it against your cadence, but you don't know their cadence. So 1st and 10 on the flag down to the 44. Sandusky in business again. Henlon fields a low snap, rolls out with it, wants to throw it, does, got a man, lost it.
Missed it.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
Step late on the coverage with Samir Crawford, but the ball was on the ground when he arrived, off the hands of Kanye Peak, number 3. You know, Tom, I went through Lorain's roster, and they have 7 seniors on the roster, so they are still a very,
team.
very
young
team. 2nd and 10.
Now, the junior class was a strong class. Of course, they missed that one year.
Right. Snap back. Oh, there's a break. And well played by Henlon. The quarterback took the snap off the pads, and it bounced up in the air, and there was no panic, and he just followed the lineman to what the intended play was, but it was blown up, and they lost about 2. So 3rd and 12.
What you want to see is a stop, force the punt.
Right. Straight back. There's Big Luke. Big Luke made him float it over him, and it's going to force a stop.
That's good.
He split the gap that time and got the hands up in the air. Was a nice throw by Henlon, but
punter's coming in.
Punter coming in. I wasn't quite sure because that is also the backup tailback. But more importantly, 17 going off. That's the quarterback.
Well, Lorain's saying, you know.
Now, this is a little bit different. This is.
You know, the problem is.
We probably have 12 or 13 out there about now.
At least that many. Call time, Coach.
That could have been delay a game as well as anything else.
Oh,
there was all kinds of running around. I think we had 12 lined up as 28 just got off, Antonio Nieves. So.
I think Lorain didn't anticipate the punt.
Right. Oh, there's no doubt about it. And usually your defense has a punt safe, does it not?
Yeah. Yes.
Now they come back. That's
it,
Nieves and Avery Martin, 32.
Because now it's going to be 4th and about what?
Now the quarterback will come back.
4th and 2. 38-yard line.
Now you put them in a situation where it's 4th and 3, but you force them to go for it. Now Martin comes back off.
Call time and get things
now
organized.
Here comes another one off now. Titans have to waste one here.
Yeah. you can't blame this on the coach or the kids because, I mean, they're in a situation they probably never seen before. You know, was it going to be a punt? Was it not going to be a punt? And that was a strange
We did
thing.
not react well
No.
when they subbed, for sure, either time. Either time. And, you know, at this point in this game, that 5-yard penalty becomes huge because instead of anticipating getting the ball, now you have to make a play to get the ball. And if you don't make that play, Sandusky's set up in great position.
Yeah, almost to the red zone, yeah.
So we'll see what happens here on 4th and 3.
They're in that, you know, remember they've been in this formation one other time.
Right, and they ran the rollout to the strong side, and they just handed off this time. And
he didn't.
He did it now.
He bounced up.
Once again, a bad tackling job there gives Sandusky the first down as he was hit 2 yards short.
Oh, yeah. He was behind the 35.
And that was just a great job of finishing the run by Maurice Armstrong, and a bad job of the Titans of not finishing the run. You had a chance, and now you got your backs to the wall, down 2 scores. The Titans have been up for it for the last quarter and a half. But Sandusky in business inside the 30 at the 29. Straight ahead again is Armstrong. And again breaking tackles. Noah Smith hanging on, and T.J. Williams getting there, but not before a gain of 4.
He's shifty and elusive in a pack.
Well, and here is, you know, the issue we had last week in the third quarter was just fatigue. This is, nobody is playing, you know, both ways other than Salmon in the back and maybe Rico Anderson out wide.
You worry about your linemen. They're the ones you really worry about having to go both ways, especially in this heat.
And there's a cutback, and that's trouble. And again, T.J. Williams has to come from out wide and make the play, but not before it's first down on the 16. So that'll move the sticks, and they're in the red zone with 7:52 to go, third quarter. And
see, on that play, they had contained, and he just cut back into the interior.
Well, you're never going to know how bad, how big that penalty was when they were going to punt. And there's a handoff, and that's 24, Jamarion Alexander, who was the starter and hasn't, you know, got injured early and cramped up, and that's the first time he's carried the ball in a long time. For a loss of 3, making it 2nd and 13.
That was Luke Wilson on the tackle, but it was a nice job by a few other people to make the stop before the tackle.
Henlon comes back out along with Armstrong. Armstrong on the wing comes in motion. Jet sweep. He's got the corner. Well, no, he doesn't.
No,
Nice play there by Samir Crawford, who came up in pursuit. And quite honestly, had he not made that play, I don't know where we'd have ended up. Because was that John Salmon?
I don't know. I didn't see.
It looks to me like it was the safety from where he lined up.
Back to live. We missed a replay.
Henlon with full backfield. Straight back. Lofts it down into a hole, and that's going to be a score. 15-yard completion.
Yeah, when I read what they did last week, I thought we were going to see a lot more of that. Then actually Sandusky is more of a running team tonight.
Well, we haven't made them
throw the ball
one-dimensional at all. And that was, quite honestly, a huge drive for them. And they were aided incredibly by a couple of penalties there. The offsides without a snap, and then the too many men on the punt that enabled them to go for it.
Oh,
Snap back is low, and that's just not going to work.
I don't think he was.
Never got it on the ground. I don't think he was either.
No, it was the center.
Bad communication costs the Streaks a point. And with 6:44 to go in the third quarter, Sandusky on top now 27-7. And what could have been. Titans in the last minute of the half with a 1st and goal on the 4 and couldn't convert to points. And then had a stop here and gave it back on a penalty. And Sandusky able to capitalize. And all of a sudden, instead of trying to get back in, you were down 20.
Yeah.
Elyria Catholic up 28-14 on Perkins at the half. They had a big win last week over the Crosstown Pioneers.
Who Lorain has next week.
Yep, 1 o'clock next Saturday afternoon at Ely Stadium. Didion to kick yet again, and there it is again. They're just putting it down in the hole. Whistle. Sideline warning. Okay, I give up. I agree with the sideline warning if it's going to be in play, but I'm not sure that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
Halftime score, Medina 16, Avon 14. In the big game in this area. Didion take 2 from the same spot. Same kick. Straight ahead. TJ Williams out across the 40 to the 42. So pretty good result for the Titans.
Yeah, that's a nice starting. That's a good starting spot.
Well, we've kind of solved that problem of how we're going to handle that kickoff.
Yeah, you narrow your receivers in and don't down the ball.
Exactly. Well, yeah, you got to come up and play it while you're standing up. That's the biggest thing. But you got to number one is you got to make sure you end the play with the ball. Trips to the near side. DiBernardo in the slot. Now Salmon goes out in the slot on the far side. Empty backfield for Wyatt. Snap back is a good one. Straight back. Pulls it down. Takes off. Across the 50, the 45, the 30, and out of bounds.
Be careful. Be careful. I think Wyatt or Anderson almost a block in the back.
Down to the 40. Nice gain there of 18. And that'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 for Lorain. Joseph was very decisive here. He saw a hole up the middle, stepped up, and really became a runner in a hurry. Now they go trips to the far side again. DiBernardo, Hyro Williams, and Noah Buchanan.
Oh, maybe
Wyatt reverses out. There's a flag. Fall down, Joseph. And there's a grounding. Well, there was a man in the area.
No.
It's going to be holding on the Titans. Rather an ineffective holding because he was running for his life. Now they're going to talk about the grounding.
Yeah. I seen Ivy pull the flag out of his pocket, but didn't quite throw it yet. He wanted to confer with his linesman.
Well, this one belongs to the umpire at the 49. So at the very least, they're going to walk way backwards. Now Ivy's flag is down from the 44. And, well, they'll take that because it's a loss of 16 and a loss of down. So it'll go from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 26 instead of the hold.
You've seen Chase Davis is warming up on the sideline.
Right. Oh, my goodness. There's an awful lot of conversation, and nothing good for Lorain is going to come out of this. Coach Creel living on the, there's a loss of down.
Yeah.
Holding declined, intentional grounding accepted. So just as we said, loss of 16, 2nd and 26. Oh, and the 5 more, 2nd and 31. And that's one thing that the young quarterbacks have to learn is
don't
throw it away before you're under pressure.
Yeah, you keep retreating and retreating and retreating. That doesn't work.
Yeah, you can't spin out more than once. If you do, you've put everybody in trouble. So 2nd down and a country mile. 31. Pyro Williams in motion, pulls it out on the short side, steps up, going to keep. Got back to the line of scrimmage and driven out of bounds on a form tackle right there. This game has had some ups and downs, quite honestly. And, you know, Titans have been as low as you can get it, down 21-0. They made some things happen in the second quarter and only capitalized on one of them. And now, with the way the third quarter has begun, you see the frustration set in. As you know, you plan the whole halftime for getting the ball coming out, and instead you give it up, and Sandusky scores. Straight ahead on 3rd and a mile. They gain 2. One of the linemen, Evan Rickovic, got downfield and took out a little of his frustration on one of the backers with a nice strong block. Now we'll go to punt formation. And wherever Chase Davis is, he is no longer warming up. So I don't know if that means that we're going to see Wyatt come back, and I would imagine we will. Oh, geez, bad snap, covered. This was the backup kicker, Raphael Hagler, and he really had no chance. And the wheels have come off the punt team tonight. And it's really cost the Titans right now. 1st and 10 at the 22 of Lorain. Starting position for Lorain, or for Sandusky, and some of the faithful make for the exits.
Well, you see that white wave coming up the A-gaps before the ball gets back.
Well, that ball never made it in the air.
Yeah.
That was that problem. So now you got to keep the heads from hanging. And Chase Davis picks the ball up again. He's going to loosen up. Cut back there, no gain and loss. That was well defended. Noah Smith and T.J. Williams on the play. But that one just pretty much got blown up. You know, one of the things you lose in turf games, Tom, You can't see the muddy uniforms to see to see if the new guys are coming in.
Yeah.
You know, with the team in white anyhow, the Titans have gone pretty much the whole way with the same 11 on defense.
Yeah,
they've been out there for some plays.
I can see we're fatigued.
Empty the backfield there. There's their version of the skip screen. Now, that was a yard away from being an effective play.
I know. I thought
a lot of teams have run that intentional skip as a lateral.
We used to do that a long time ago.
And you know, that's one that you see Sandusky in this situation. If they run it, it's to make you prepare for it next week.
Yeah. I don't think that was the case there.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Full house backfield on a runner on either side of Henlon. Straight back he goes again. He rolls, he breaks contain. There's a flag. They were holding 99.
Nice defensive play way down.
Down on the sideline, number 12, Noah Buchanan tips it away.
I got a flag over on this side,
We got a definite holding, and we got ineligible downfield. So this conference will be interesting because
which one do you take?
Well, you're going to take the hold, I would think.
Obviously behind the line of scrimmage like it is behind.
Well, now remember, it was the intentional grounding that was marked off behind the line of scrimmage. The holding gets ineligible downfield, declined, holding accepted. So now I have no idea what just happened.
Where was the hold taking place?
Well, they didn't mark off anything. I'm not sure what just happened. I saw 2 penalties signaled on Sandusky, and then now Coach Watley wants a timeout. And quite honestly, why? It's 4th down and 14.
That's why they declined. But they didn't decline the hold, though, did they?
That's why I say I have no idea what just happened.
I can see declining the hold to make it 4th down rather than 3rd and whatever. But you would have made it 3rd.
But it wouldn't have been loss of down on either of those penalties. So I'm not sure why you didn't accept the big one and let them snap it again from the 35.
Yeah.
But I'm only up here. I don't know what the conversation was. But I heard the field announcer say offsetting, and they were both signaled on Sandusky.
Yeah.
Here's big Luke, but it's quarterback draw.
Yeah, Lorain's ball.
Titans will take over. Providing. There goes Sunshine in his boot, jumping up and down, trying to get people fired up. On the Titans sideline, Evan Smith, number 47. They call him Sunshine because every blonde with long hair since the Remember the Titans movie has been called Sunshine. And he's a hard-working kid, unfortunate injury.
Did he get it in the football scrimmage?
Yeah. No, he got it last week, I think, in the JV game. He's a sophomore. In fact, he got his Sunshine nickname taken away earlier in the summer because of how hard he was working in the weight room. Coach Creel started to call him Thor. Behind Solomon makes a nice adjustment, cuts upfield across out near the 35. It'll move the chains. So as you look ahead and prepare here, it becomes pretty clear what you have to do defensively against the Titans is find number 5 on every play and make Wyatt throw the ball rather than pull it down, because he's proved to be more dangerous with his feet. There's the bubble screen to Hyro Williams, breaks one tackle out in the open. Hyro down across the 45 to the 42.
Yeah.
And Rico Anderson is down here. Looks like he's cramped up.
This is the kind of night you get, that high humidity and heat.
Yep, there it is. The international signal for cramp is when the trainer comes out and pushes on your toes.
Yeah.
And he was pointing to his thigh right now when he went down. So we'll take a minute here for that to play out. Now, Sandusky, to start the season, it looks like 2-0 unless things drastically change here in the last quarter and 3 minutes. You know, they were only 3-7 last year, and we were one of them. They won 2 of their non-conference games, 1-4 in their conference. You know, with a new head coach, a first-time head coach, they look very, very well organized, and they're going to cause some people some trouble with their athletic ability.
I don't know the conference they're playing in, but I think it's the one with Tiffin and
Yep.
I don't know exactly what that conference called.
I think it's the Sandusky Bay Conference.
Sandusky Bay? No, Sandusky Bay has,
isn't it?
That's the one with Bellevue and Clyde and that group. I think they're a little bit further south.
Okay.
Unless they joined.
I don't, at this point.
East and West. And
yeah. They only played 5 conference games last year, so I think it's one of those 2 division conferences. Or, 5 conference. I think it's a 10-team conference, big school, little school. Yeah. Perkins is in there, I know that. Rico Anderson up and off the field. Trainer Tracy Midges and her staff out there, along with Jace Wilt helping him up. So 1st and 10 for Lorain at the 41-yard line. We'll wind the clock. Low snap, Wyatt fields it. He's going to loft one down the sideline for TJ. TJ Williams inside the 5 to the 4. That was a beautiful throw.
That was the first down deep that was just right on target.
It was right on target. Yeah. And as I said in the first half, TJ Williams was their big play guy last year. Now I see Julius Manning in at tight end, I would believe. This is a beautiful play by Wyatt. He fields the low snap and puts it out there where only TJ can get it. And they mark him down at the 5, 1st and goal. So 2:54, we've got a streak down.
Yeah.
And
he's the one that made the tackle. He might have got kicked a little bit.
He's hobbling off like it's a cramp as well. That's Xander Young, number 7, off on his own power. When the cramp monster bites you, you just, it hurts.
And it keeps coming back, too. Yeah, I see got the, what do you call the refrigerator offense?
Oh, yeah. The ice box is in. Big Luke Wilson on the slot. Julius Manning on the left slot. Luke lined up behind the right tackle. Now they've put him in motion every time he's been in there. He goes again, straight ahead behind.
He's bounced off.
That's John Salmon.
Yeah.
Followed the big fellas, Manning and Wilson.
He bounced
off a tackle and got into the house from 5 yards out with 2:42 in the 3rd quarter. Salmon gets his 2nd touchdown. And the Titans close it to a 14-point game. Looking for the extra point, Reggie Johnson. Now, Tom, if I'm not mistaken, when in the first half when we said they looked short, they were on the 2 and were lined up on the 9. Now they're on, they're on the hash mark and lined up on the 10, but they only had 10. Is this one of those trick plays where we got guys facing the wrong way and snap the ball? Chase Davis is the holder. Reggie Williams the kicker. Good snap. Ball up. Somebody got a hand on that one.
A little shank. Yeah.
The ball took a long time to get there once again. And so we'll.
Now, you can play a lot of what ifs. What if in the first quarter they didn't fumble on the 10-yard line? What if they would have scored when they were on the 4 in the second quarter? We would have a game.
What if the punting game didn't bite us in the in the face more than one time? So special teams have not been our friends, but they haven't been Sandusky's friends either. They've turned it over twice trying to kick it. There go the LHS flags, although the H looks like it's escaping.
Looks like fatigue is set in on the S, too.
Yeah, the S, the S is dragging.
The one big thing I've really seen from past years is this kicker can get it down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah. And another young guy, I believe, number 20, Reggie Johnson, is a 5'5", 130-pound junior. End over end kick down to about the 10 right there. And straight up the gut. There's a hole. If it doesn't close quick, we got problems. And out across the 45 is Armstrong before he's ridden down. Rico Anderson on the play. And now I'm looking around as the officials go back and talk things over. There's a flag on the 34-yard line. It's going to be a sideline warning. I'd almost bet the house.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, they're walking back.
Wow.
Well, everybody is but the guy with the ball. Nope.
He's walking
That's
back,
because he's got a Titan ball, and they're waiting for a streak ball.
Yeah. He's walking back to.
Now they're going to walk it off inside the 25 to the 24.
Had to be a hold there somewhere.
Well, that was a big,
behind the back,
big penalty. You see the signal was a block behind the back?
No, I didn't see
I didn't see a signal either.
What else could have been?
Could have been a hold, could have been a block in the back. Wasn't a clip because that had been 15. Here comes Henlon making his way out. Armstrong behind him, senior, 5'8", 155 senior, but he runs harder than that. And here he is. He's got the ball, and he's got about 4 on first down. Noah Smith, 33, on the play. Joseph Wyatt in at safety now. I don't know if that means his night is over on offense, but he had a couple of interceptions in scrimmages this summer. Straight back, Henlon wings it outside. On the comeback pass is going to be a first down. That's again the tackle. The initial tackle was broken.
Then he went a little bit too high. Went for his shoulders.
Right.
The kid just ducked under that.
And whether he was making a play on the ball and was just late. That pass had some zip on it. They've landed on a QB who's got an arm. Henlon has thrown lots of different throws tonight very well. No hurry at 1:35 to go in the third. There's the screen pass, wide receiver screen. There's a hold.
That was a hold, yeah.
He went back in to get another one. He held on the initial one, and then when the running back was backed up, he went in to go get another one.
See, in wrestling, you can get 2 penalties like
Right,
that. But,
yeah, they don't stick them end to end in football. And we're taking them back from the 30 behind the line where the flag was, back to the 20. So they get a 1st and 25. And so quite honestly, a play that I think Sandusky wanted to put on tape ends up costing them 15.
They're in that tight formation of them.
This has been a rollout formation.
Yeah. It's very much a pro formation.
There it is, bounced outside, but
he didn't make it.
Stuffed in the backfield. There was there's a flag, and it's going to be either a face mask or a horse collar.
Yeah.
There's the horse collar.
Horse collar, you just can't go up high. I mean,
they grab the shoulder. You can grab the shirt. You can't grab the shoulder pads. And that's what they signaled.
Watch yourself.
Sandusky is Division III. We talked about that earlier. They host another old Buckeye Conference foe next year as Fremont Ross and the Little Giants come to Strobel Field.
That was always the game.
That was the Lorain Admiral King game, neighboring communities, or the Lorain Elyria contest before that. And great football traditions and Hall of Famers and Heisman Trophy winners, and big gain there again by Armstrong. And from 1st and 25 to 1st and 15, now 2nd and 7. And the clock is under a minute to go as he just picked his way. 23, Jeremiah Lopez closed him down, but another good gain, and it's 2nd and 7. 33 seconds to go in the quarter, and the Streaks are in no particular hurry, up 2 scores. Another give, and on the play there, Osir Kimball, who does the contain and takes the runner down. There's a former Titan. Tracy Williams just walked in front of the booth, graduated last year. So it's 3rd and 6, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We've played 3 at the George. 27 for the Streaks, 13 for the Titans. Back with fourth quarter action after this timeout.
Well,
just Back here at Lorain, start of the fourth quarter, 3rd and 6 for the Streaks. Titans need a stop. 12 minutes to go, down 2 scores at 27-13. Straight back. This is a backup. Oh, no, that's Henlon. He finds a man in the middle. And big hit, but first down.
That was wide on the hit.
That's Joseph Wyatt, the QB. Yeah. He's taken a few now. He dished one out, but the gain was 16.
But you've seen him. You've seen that crossing pattern coming right from the get-go.
And Henlon picks up another first down with the arm. Tom, well, we have a minute. I want to wish, the best to a former colleague of ours, Bob Tomaszewski, is taken ill. And Tomo, you're one tough nut, and we wish you nothing but the best. Your friends here at TV20, and I'm sure your friends in high school athletics are all thinking about you, buddy. Whistle. Somebody was dancing before the music started. And that's the indication from the wide man. Motion on. You know how you track time of possession in a game? I would like to have tracked time of no possession in this game. It's just all the whistles and the stoppages and the conversations. I have no idea what time it is, but it seems like we've been here for quite a while.
Ball's on the
ground. Henlon covers just before Noah Smith got there. Noah wisely went in a very sportsmanlike manner. Because if he goes in trying to recover that ball with his shoulder, we're going to walk 15. So now it's 2nd and 19. Back across the 50 on the Streak side of the ball. Straight back. Henlon's looking for. Here comes Luke.
Ooh.
Underthrew, and fortunately he did, because O'Sear Kimball had a bead on that. Big Luke had a bead on Henlon, and he short hopped it, or O'Sear might have been in the end zone. It's really interesting with this 2-score lead. A turnover is about what the Titans need to get back in, yet Sandusky has not shut it down whatsoever.
Oh, this is what
they do.
Yeah.
They threw for 2. How many times last week? They threw 29 times last week, and I think they've thrown more than that tonight. Straight back again.
Here comes
Good
that crossing pattern.
There's the long one.
Way over.
Nobody out there but Titans. Raphael Hagler, number 6. Number 2, Rico Anderson, both deeper than the deepest streak there. Good coverage there. And, well, we've been here before this game. It's punt formation time. The last time the Streaks went into punt formation, the Titans had about 14 guys on the field, and we gave them 5 yards. They went for it and ended up in the end zone. Now, we still look like we might have too many, as Crawford doesn't come off. End over end kick. Fair catch called. It hit him. It hit him. It doesn't matter that you called a fair catch, son. Raphael Hagler had it bounce up and hit him in the chest and didn't go for it. He said, I called a fair catch. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't catch. 1st and 10, and the kicking game bites the Titans in the back, and it'll be 1st and 10 inside the 25 at the 22. And now you see some frustration.
Yeah. Well, I can see the defense that they held. They did what they're expected. Yeah.
Twice now.
Yeah.
In this half, they've stopped and given the ball back, and Sandusky punt time. So, once again, we've got bodies all over the field, but nobody's on the wide receivers to the far side. And when you're frustrated, your mental game breaks down first, and that's what you're seeing right here is I'm not even sure we had enough bodies.
Yeah,
I still only count 10.
That's what happened. The defense held. They just all trotted off the field. They're all
Feeling
getting on
good.
the bench. Yeah.
And once again, now there goes the 11th player, putting Hyro Williams in at corner. He's played most of the game offensively.
I don't know what the argument could be. Like, was he inside the halo?
What's that?
You know, you have to give a halo when a kid.
Oh, no,
similar
no.
for a fair catch, but there was nothing involved with that.
There's no argument there whatsoever.
But there's a lot of discussion going on. There's more coaches out on the field.
I think Coach Creel has a legitimate frustration with the fact that the officials have been the whole time on the Sandusky sideline talking to their head coach.
Yeah.
And
not explaining anything
Al
to him.
hasn't Al hasn't talked to him once. And I think that's what I see.
Well, you better get him off the field if he's saying something, yeah.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
Coach Labe, now he's back.
Yeah. You better.
Well, this is one, as a basketball coach, I've been there, and it's much easier to get a technical in basketball than to get a sideline penalty.
Yeah.
But the frustration is boiling over down there. And nice cut there, outside contain once again. Corner inside the 5.
That was just a nice little run.
And it'll be first and goal inside let's see where they mark him, at the 6? 7. Nice run once again by Armstrong. He may only be 5'8" and 155, but he's been the big man tonight for the Streaks, along with the sophomore QB, Jason Henlon. Bad snap picked up by Henlon, and Luke Wilson ran him down, or that's Julius Manning, I think. From the backside end. Yeah, it was Julius Manning that ran him down. The pursuit got him for no gain. 9:50 to go, fourth quarter. Streaks up 14. And a very frustrated Lorain sideline right now, as you expect some bad breaks in a football game, but it just seems like they've added up a lot. And there's another one in for the score is Armstrong from 8 yards out. And they go up by 20 yet again.
14 and 20 going on, maybe 21.
Yeah. That is his third touchdown of the night for Armstrong, and that'll make it 33 to 13, with the extra point try to come from Sam Didion out of the hold of Adric Purdy.
Oh, that's
That's at least 4 of those. And I don't care. Usain Bolt cannot get there from that position.
No.
I mean, if you can get there, then it's not going to be good anyway.
Yeah, we used to say that all the time for that outside blocker. Worry about the guy coming inside you, not the guy going outside you.
Yeah, you want to close that tackle or that end wing gap rather than. Nicely handled snap, but somebody got the paws on it, and it's no good.
Okay. So that takes it to 30.
33 and 13. And we have seen all kinds of weird stuff in the kicking game. Bad snaps, blocked punts, blocked field goals.
Let your ball.
Blocked extra points. I mean.
Yeah. Touching a punt.
We had a running into the kicker on a punt that went -3 yards.
Yeah.
And
I still think, was that Williams that signaled for the fair catch?
Hagler.
He thought
the ball was dead when he signaled for the fair catch. And that's inexperience. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's not playing freshman ball where that happens. Strange things happen all the time.
You don't necessarily see that many punts at the freshman level.
Junior high, you don't see any.
Right.
Usually.
Last year, Raphael was primarily a JV.
Yeah.
And not in a deep formation. Chase Davis once again getting loose. I would not be surprised to see him finish this out.
I'd like to see him come in, see what he can do.
Well, he led them to their win last year at Shaw. He's got a nice arm, sophomore lefty. Didion set to put instep into football.
It's another squib. No, he's on his knees.
Inexperience yet again. Samir Crawford, two knees to field the ball. And, son, that means that you're done.
Yeah. Do I have my facts right? Was it Sandusky a long time ago when Justin Sturgill came in?
Yes, it was.
And
turned the season around. That was the Elite Eight year.
Yeah.
Justin Sturgill came in with about 10 minutes to go in that game, I think, and led the Titans to 2 scores in a game that looked lost, and QB'd the rest of the way, all the way to the Elite Eight. And a completion away from the Final Four.
Oh, there's a fumble.
There's a fumble. That's going to lead to another touchdown. Picked up by 43, so 10 seconds after the last one.
Brandon Sarter.
Okay, goes 28 yards
for
that score. And 39-13. And now the wheels are totally off.
Yeah.
You can see the heads hanging and the frustration on the sideline, and the guys going out for the extra point kind of have a little disinterest there. They have scored on offense, special teams, and now defense. Somebody throw a lasso around our wide guys. That one's up and
good.
True. So, 13 points in 10 seconds takes it from a 2-score game to a 4-score game.
Yeah.
And the Titans are 3 points away from a clock now.
Yeah, 43.
And quite honestly, the defense is not going to look like they played that well as Sandusky scores 40 for the second weekend in a row. But this was a calamity of errors tonight that led to their points. Like I said, about everything that can go wrong did go wrong, other than a fumble return for a touchdown, and we just did that. We had a blocked kick for a touchdown. We had a field goal blocked at the end of the half. We had another couple of issues on punts. we've put the ball on the ground more than, we were first drive of the game. We were down inside the 20 and laid it down yet again in an effort to tie the score. And it just kept snowballing from there.
Now they say the punting or the kicking game is a third of the game. You got to put a third of your practice into some of the kicking games.
Well, it's been more than a third tonight.
But you can't just do that. I mean, you got to work on your offense when you got a young team like this.
Right. It's every athletic contest is about repetitions and muscle memory. And these young guys, experience-wise, our young guys. There's line drive fielded, and T.J. Williams spins up ahead out to about the 43.
That was a nice clean tackle. I mean, there's no, just because he went out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, there was no. And T.J. will come out as they get some of the younger guys in out wide. Set up their last score with that 40-yard reception. So let's get some of the new guys in.
So Davis is in.
Chase Davis, number 9, is the QB. Salmon is still back there. Hyro Williams and Rico Anderson are wide to the far side. DiBernardo on the wing. Snap gives straight ahead. Salmon breaks a tackle across the 50. He runs hard every play. He's a competitor. Last week, he's hobbled again, and I hope it's
cramp and not that knee.
He's missed the whole year last year with a knee issue.
He's talking to Tracy.
He's leaning on Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight ahead again. That time, Osir Kimball met in the backfield and for no gain. Maybe a loss of a yard when all's said and done. 8:35 to go. Salmon back
in. Who is the backup tailback there?
Well, Hagler
Kimball?
has done it. Kimball has done it. Last week, Hagler got the carries when Salmon cramped up quite a bit last week. But he finished hard, and that 60-yard run, it didn't look like he had any problems.
Here comes the option.
This is the play. Only it was a wide side option. Okay, and he got the yardage lost back. So it's going to be 3rd and 10.
I like to see Davis' arm and see what he has.
Well, everything flips for him. He's left-handed. So while your basic play design is the same, your strong side for throwing is different.
But they still put all their...
There's a bubble screen to Hyro Williams. Hyro tries to... Nope. Now there was the jersey tackle.
What you got to do is fake that once or twice, and then
there's got to be a counter to that. Is I think what you're trying to say there is somebody's got to slip that block, pump fake it, and take a shot.
Yeah.
And with 4th down and 11, with 7:02 to go as the clock is running, auditions are being held. This is a different punter because T.J. Williams just jogging on. I think this is J.L. Diaz, the freshman.
Well, it's not the punter's fault. You got to get blocking from
now. It's going to be he's going to. No, I want to kick.
I'll block for you.
This is Trevon Williams again.
There's a wing back out there. I don't know if that's right.
There's a kick, and they didn't send anybody back, and why would they? And, just one of those things. When things are going bad, it bounces backwards. And that's what happened right there.
Yeah.
So this crowd that came out, and Lorain had a nice crowd here tonight. But they're going to leave here disappointed with 6:24 to go. 40-13 is the score.
Now, who is Sandusky going to send out?
That's a good question. That's a different QB now.
Yeah, Xavier Young.
What number?
7.
Okay. He caught the touchdown pass. So he's going to give straight ahead.
Yeah.
When I see number 7, after number 7's done something else, it reminds me of a story, Tom. Took a young Titan to Mount Union for a scrimmage a few years ago. Now, on the Mount Union sideline, they had about 150 players in uniform.
I've been there.
And we stood on the sideline and watched it, and number 7 was a standout safety for Mount Union. And then the ball goes over, and I said, hey, look, now he's playing offense. As he was in at wide receiver. Well, the next time the ball went over on defense, number 7 was now playing linebacker.
Yeah.
And then the ball went back over as the quarterback holds it, being chased, breaks contain of Williams, has a blocker, but there's, you know what, that's play until the whistle. See, Trevon Williams chased him down to the near side and cut back and got him from behind. That's how you teach young guys to play. Nice job, teaching. Well, anyhow,
so
when he was the quarterback, and I had the kid that was with me just all kinds of beside himself, until I pointed out that they had at least a half a dozen different number 7s on their sideline because they had 150 kids. So number 7, Xander Young is the QB. 5'11" junior. They better be playing some wide receiver because I think that Mr. Henlin's going to be their quarterback for the next couple of years, barring injury.
Oh, they're good. Come on,
we don't need
stay
that.
away from that.
Julius Manning. Settle down, Julius.
Now Coach got to get him.
He's take coming.
Him, put him on the side, put him on the bench, cool off.
One of his teammates just saved him next week.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was. That was 58 Cameron Sledge, because Julius' frustration boiled over.
There was a penalty on it we missed.
Who knows? Maybe it was one from the first half that they had left over.
No, I'm sorry. They're moving the ball now.
Well, they just moved the chains.
Yeah.
Okay. This has not been a smoothly played affair, Tom. I think we could just leave it at that. I don't think any of the 3 teams on the field has had their finest night. There's a play busted up in the backfield. Jeremiah Lopez, 23, got through there. As some of the younger guys up front are getting a look. On the nose, Jalen Moore, 6'2", 290 freshman, is over the ball.
Well,
we've still got the varsity secondary in, if you would. There's a cut back by the runner there. That's the third tailback.
A third and
number 10, Rocco D'Amico.
If they hold him, they'll put another adventure at punt.
Oh, well. Oh, no, that's number 40. Excuse me, Quinn Taver Fisher, 5'8", 160, and a sophomore. Nope, missed a handoff there. And you did what you're supposed to, but you need your guys to block for you. And he followed the running back toward the hole, but that got blown up. And again, T.J. Williams and Cameron Sledge, who have played the whole way. Now, let's see. If we put 5 in, we've got to take 5 out. We can take more than 5 out, but we have to take at least as many out as we put in.
Here comes the last one, I think.
Yeah, we've got 11. Nope, now we've got 12. Count them out there for me, Tom.
I can't see it in the middle there.
6, 8, 9, 10. I think we have 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Now they're going to
10,
take
11.
Raphael Hagler out,
Yeah.
and Williams is going to drop
Yeah.
back. He was their punt returner last year.
Hagler?
Yeah. Now, what are we doing now? Does that delay a game?
Like I said, every punt's an adventure.
A comedian might say they just wanted to get the snapper 5 yards closer to the end zone because we've seen some adventures on both sides in the punt game.
Yeah. I've never seen this punt formation.
Well, it changes every time, almost a block. Williams fields it as he slides to the turf at the 35, probably saved 10, 15 yards of roll, but he wanted to catch it on the run.
Yeah, it was just too low for him.
And we'll see who comes out now. I see Isaiah Ray, a sophomore offensive lineman, out there along with Zayden Martinez. '68 Shane Ramey Rowland, 65 Evan Rikovic. The starting tackles are both out there. Davis is the quarterback. Oh my goodness. Timeout Sandusky, as they didn't have enough bodies.
Yeah.
Number 71, Richie Davila, the center. He's gone
all the way.
All the way. And with 2:11 to go, each team mercifully down to one timeout.
Was it Ryan DiBernardino? 13
DiBernardo, yeah.
Okay. He's a senior. One senior I see out there.
Avon and Medina were tied at 30 last I saw.
Wow.
EC 35-21 over Perkins in the third.
They're pushing for a long way in the playoffs. If I talked to Ricky Amador, his son is a nice blocking tackle out there.
Yep. That's Kimball, I think. Osir Kimball, number 8.
Okay.
6'1" and $170. That'll get the clock going. Neither team is in a hurry. 2nd and 7.
Now does okay. So the quarterback catches a signal from the sideline, but he tells the lineman.
Well, the lineman can catch the signal too.
But none of them were paying attention.
Right. Kimball. And we know that the tearaway jersey will hold 170 pounds because that's what they have Osir listed by, and they had him by the laundry. So the 3 that he gained, he gave 2 of them back, and it'll be 3rd and 9 with 1:20. The play is signaled in.
See the 5 linemen.
Nobody's looking.
Yeah. So Davis,
as my daughter would say, they're using their ignore.
See, he walks up and tells him.
Yeah, just block somebody, guys. Kimball makes a cut that time.
Nice cut, nice cut.
Another one gets across the 50. First down at the 47 of the Blue Streaks. That was a nice run.
It was.
Made some guys miss.
Limping off. Come on, shake it off. Hope it's again, you always hope it's a cramp.
Well, here comes the lonesome end. That's Raphael Hagler going 25, 30 yards out wide. Bad snap, so it didn't matter how wide he was. Chase Davis straight ahead for another first down inside the 35 to the 33.
I don't think that was the plan.
Well, no, once he picked it up, it was discretion being the better part of valor.
Not a bad idea, though.
with 20 seconds to go. Again, the clock stopped for the Chains, and Chase is coming out hobbling. He goes down. No, he was not. I don't know if he landed on the football.
Knocked the wind out of him.
Knocked the wind out of him, or if he's cramped. But you could see him coming out in discomfort. We certainly weren't trying to stop the clock with 11 seconds left.
I was hoping he was going to get one pass. I'd like to see.
In fact, I don't think either coach would object to them starting the clock now.
He's jumping up. That was a cramp. Or
so
win, you know.
He's got to come out because they stopped the clock. So the Titans will drop to 1-1 on the young season. Somebody's going to take this last snap that hasn't taken one yet tonight.
Is White not back in? No.
Nope. It's hard to tell how they're lined up, but it looks to me like
38.
David Whitaker, 9th grade quarterback. Now he comes out.
Stay in?
Nope, he's staying in. You got to take the snap, otherwise it'll go a long way. Okay, and they've wound the clock so that we don't have to snap the ball now, which saved some issues. As the clock runs out, gives me a chance to thank Joe Bach, Terry Trout, and Club TV 20, Davian McGill, Devin Hood, Alicia Tucker, Jeffrey Torres, Zach Baraga, and Drake Hance all helped get us on the air as TV 20, Tom, has come an awful long way here as we have our own little booth.
Just look at
We are a computer away from having a telestrator, my friend, as we have a monitor with a stylus.
Yes.
And we're going to get a telestrator here going before the end of the year. The two teams shake hands. The Blue Streaks will go to Fremont, or host Fremont next week at 2-0, while the 1-1 Titans will travel to longtime foe, the Lorain Elyria series.
How many games are they up to now?
It was the last Lorain Steelman game was at Elyria, and it was the 500th and final win in Lorain High School Steelman history. They've since played many times, and the two teams have
when they were
battled even.
Southview and King.
Lately, this young Sandusky team, and I say young because you're starting a sophomore quarterback and you've got a first-year head coach, and they've got something going on here as they hit 40 for the second time this season, and you can see the hop in their steps as they go over to celebrate with the marching band.
With that nice little Armstrong as a tailback. He's just a fine little tailback,
And Coach Creel gets them to the center of the circle, or the center, gets them all in the shield, and they'll have their post-game conversation. A tough night for the Titans all the way around, Tom. They did some good things, but the bad outweighed the good in terms of turnovers and mistakes.
Shooting yourself in the foot.
Ready, fire, aim. Did not.
Yeah.
And it was dropping the football and unfortunate penalties and things like that. Stuff you can work on and fix. But the competitiveness was there the entire game, and I didn't see the fire go out when things started to go, like happened a couple times last year. So they'll look to turn things around as they head over to Ely Stadium next week. For my friend Tom Bauer, for Club TV 20, for Mama and Daddy Bach and Mr. Trout, we thank you all and have a good night, everybody. It's a great time to be a Titan.